Alright, so we're going to be talking about players missing from the Super Falcons squad list for the upcoming African Cup of Nations, the Women's African Cup of Nations, the WAFCON. We're going to be breaking this down in parts because we do have a whole number of names to name. But before we get started though, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. And we're going to start with goalkeepers. First on the list, Yawande Balogun. Yawande Balogun is a player that came into the team during Randy Waldrum's time, the previous head coach of the Super Falcons. She came in during the summer series in the United States. Her first appearance for the team, though, came later on. That was, I believe, before the last World Cup, a friendly match against New Zealand. She kept a clean sheet in that one. But currently, Yawande Balogun is retired from football. And when she did, I talked about it. That was a big blow for the Super Falcons because, as you see on the team right now, we kind of have only two options. The third goalkeeper is kind of there to be there. So that's a big difference from having a goalkeeper that is ready to go at any time, because she's a veteran in the game, had played for a while, had retired, and was coaching by the time she came into the Super Falcons. She got back in things, played in France, I believe, was it the Czech Republic or somewhere like that before she retired. So this was a goalkeeper that was very usable to the team, but currently retired right now, and that's why she's not an option. Then next up, we got Comfort Araba. She played for Plymouth in the championship, the second division in the English second division, if I'm not mistaken. But she's really a Brighton player. Brighton, by the way, the club Chiamaka Nados, they just joined, so she's joining another Nigerian over there. There's been talk about Comfort playing for Nigeria, turning her allegiance to Nigeria, but none official has been put out there. Obviously has never played for the Super Falcons, but quality goalkeeper I've seen. Probably not ready for this level yet, from what I've seen, but give her some time, and who knows. So that's another option. I don't think she was close to making this team though. Then we move to the goalkeepers that are based in Nigeria. First, I'm going to talk about Omi Oono. Omi Yono plays for Bayelsa Queens right now. We kind of got to see her with Edo Queens during the, you can call it off season, but the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers, which was the WAFU B qualifiers. Then at the CAF Women's Champions League proper, she played every single match for Edo Queens in that competition, and they finished fourth at the end. Of course, Omi Oono, you remember her from the Falconess team, the Esto Yenezi days, the Deborah Bioduns. She was on that team that made it to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. I believe it was 2022. So she does have the experience in the Nigerian youth system, has had a cap for the team. She played in the second friendly match we played against Algeria. She started in that one. But back to the club stuff. This season, she won the league with Bayelsa Queens, so she will be part of their CAF Women's Champions League campaign. And I thought that was kind of, I think she had done kind of enough to give her, make her at least be a candidate for this team. I think she's better than the third choice goalkeeper that we have right now. The main issue with Omi Oono is height. I think that's the only issue with her. And even that, I don't really think is that much of an issue, because this is a player that has played in the CAF Women's Champions League. This is a player that played in the qualifiers. And no, it wasn't like they were just picking on her height. She did everything that was needed to be done. Balls in the box. She has enough hops to get up there and grab it out the air. So it's not like this is just a poor goalkeeper. She's a really good goalkeeper, good with her feet, and would have been our option right there, Omi Oono. But like I said, the height issue is one that a lot of people draw the line at. But I think she's a quality goalkeeper, and I feel like she had done a lot. Champions League, to winning the league, knowing that she's playing in the Champions League again. I mean, I think she had done a lot or enough to get a look in at that squad, but at the end of the day, she did not make the team. Next up, you got Linda Jiwaku. Linda Jiwaku is a player that has got a couple of caps lately for the team, so I thought she was a candidate. She plays for Bielsa Queens along with Omen Yono. So obviously she doesn't play that much for Bielsa Queens, but she does, and she does put up good performances. We've seen her on this channel playing for Bielsa Queens and playing well for Bielsa Queens. But another option that I thought, hey, if you're gonna be bringing in a goalkeeper, at least bring in one that you can see playing for this team in the future, and this is one right here. Of course, we know her from the under-17s, the 2022 edition, the team that finished third at the under-17 World Cup. She was that goalkeeper that came off the bench for the penalty shootouts in the quarterfinals and semifinals. Didn't play in the final. I believe she was hurt. But she's proven herself at the senior level, meaning the club level, and that would have been another option right there. At least this is somebody you know that, hey, I can see in the future that, hey, she has a chance to play for this national team, especially with the way she's been playing at a club level. But again, another player that was overlooked. And the last one I'm going to talk about is Christiana Uzoma of Edo Queens. Christiana Uzoma is also the under-17s goalkeeper. She played for him at the last World Cup. She's going to be playing for him at this World Cup. Of course, the World Cups are now yearly, so that's why a lot of players from the last team will have a chance to play in this team, because the competition is now yearly. But she is the goalkeeper for the team. She was fantastic for Edo Queens during the league. And just like I said about Linda Jiwaku, this is another player that you could see in the future and be like, hey, this could be a player that could play for the Super Falcons. So why not bring her along for the experience to be by these two great goalkeepers? Because the first two goalkeepers, let's keep it real, these are the greatest goalkeepers in Nigerian football history. Let's women's football history. When you talk about a Tochukwu Alohi that kind of won a WAFCON on her own, when you look at the penalty shootouts in the semifinal and final in Ghana, and Chiamaka Nadoze, we know how great she is, what she's doing in Europe, what she has done at the World Cup, the Olympics, the WAFCONs. I mean, she's a fantastic goalkeeper, one of the best in the world, and you get to learn from these two right here. This was a great opportunity that I feel like we kind of missed by not taking the right third choice goalkeeper. But that's about where we're going to stop in this one. Next up, we're going to be talking about the defenders missing from the team, or defenders that didn't make the team. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.